Welcome back to the First Year Business Podcast. Of course, I am your host, Lashawnda Smith, and today I'm about to get on your tail about not creating content for your business. So I know that there's a fear around content creation when you're just starting your business and you're like, oh my God, like I have to do that. I've actually had clients that I've worked with that were starting their coaching journey and did not realize that they were going to have to start creating some content. Like they were not going to be able to create their courses or whatever and like just make sales. Like there's a whole process to this. And I think that there's a stigma with new business owners where you believe you have this false understanding of creating content for your business being the option. Like, I don't have to do it. It would be nice if I do it, but I don't think I'm going to do it because like, I just don't feel comfortable. And we have to break that. We have to snap out of it because at this point, content creation for your business is not an option. It is a requirement if you are trying to create a personal brand online, if you are trying to become a coach, a consultant, a course creator, like you have to be creating some type of content because what's going to happen if you don't create content is that for one, not only are you not it's going to be really hard for you to generate leads. Because let's be real, like even if you decide like, oh, I'm just gonna do the in-person thing, like content is really not for me, I'm just gonna go to networking events and things like that. There's only a certain amount of people that you can meet by doing in-person events. And unless you're like speaking on stages with like a whole bunch of people, like hundreds of people attending these conferences and stuff, you're not gonna be getting in front of enough people for it to really make a major difference. And you are only limiting yourself to local leads. And come on, like in 2023, there's so many different people that you can work with all around the world. Even if you just stick to in the US, like you creating content for your business allows you more exposure and more opportunities outside of just the location that you're currently at. So creating content is not an option, guys. This is a requirement. If you are trying to be a personal brand, if you are building an online business, it is a requirement because what is going to make someone purchase from you if you are not showing up online and basically validating and becoming credible in the space that you're pursuing? So I really want you to think about this when you are running your business, you are creating that new offer, that new program. I want you to ask yourself, especially if you're brand new. This is for my brand new business owners, my brand new coaches, my brand new course creators. Before you create that course, I want you to ask yourself, what is your marketing plan for promoting that course? And I'm asking you this because I've asked clients this before and they had a rude awakening when I gave them the realization that you cannot just post one post that is a written post on top of that. Maybe you might throw a little picture on there, because that's safe. That's the safe option. Throw your little picture on there. You're like, hey, I have this new course and it's going to change your life. It's going to help you do this or help you do that. Buy my course. You're going to be disappointed when there's crickets. And there's going to be crickets because, for one, even if the course or the program or the offer is truly life-changing or whatever your transformation is that you're delivering, nobody don't know you. Don't nobody know you online. And so it's going to be really hard for you to convert people online if you do not believe in creating content. And what will happen is you will make that post and you will be like, oh, the online thing doesn't work because I made that post and nobody didn't respond. Nobody didn't book. I wasn't rolling in the cash. And the thing is because you are not taking content creation, you're not seeing that as a requirement in your business. And so I want you to understand that you are going to need to show up online. You're going to need to show up. You're going to have to start showing up, especially if you want to hit the revenue goals that you're looking at. It is a part of your marketing. It is literally a part of marketing. And if you are a coach or a course creator, you have to create content. Whether it is on YouTube, you definitely want some type of long form content. So that way, when you do generate new leads, you can convert them through your long form content because now they know, like, and trust you. You've built your authority in the space, and now they're ready to take that next step. So that's the power of long form content. If you really think about it, podcasting is also a long form piece of content. Me creating this podcast episode for you guys is allowing me to nurture you and help you understand how important it is for you to create content. And then when I pitch my offer on an attachment to that, you are no longer a cold lead and you are ready to convert if you feel that I have delivered the value that you were looking for. And that's honestly what it's all about when it comes to creating content for your business. It's all about nurturing your audience and converting them to the sale. And not only that, when you are relying on in-person events and you're relying on in-person interactions with like your prospects and stuff, you have to physically be there to convert the sale. If you're not attending networking events, you ain't making no sales. Like, you have to show up physically in order for you to push the needle forward. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you enjoy that process. But we need to create evergreen content online so that while you're asleep, somebody may be struggling at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and they come across your video and now they've just booked a consultation with you, or they just purchased your new course or your ebook or whatever it is that you have as an offer. Now you're making sales and you ain't have to go to no networking events. So what will happen is, if you're sick, or maybe you're on vacation, or maybe for some reason you just need to take some time off, that content that you have already created on the back end that people can access at any time, now that content is allowing you to get new leads and convert new clients without you always having to be front and center at a networking event or a mixer or whatever in order for you to get new clients. So I'm going to keep this short. I need you to start creating content in your business. I'm going to be talking a lot more about content creation this month because this is something that I feel a lot of people struggle with, especially at the beginning stages. It is one thing that you almost have to kind of rip the Band-Aid off and just start. Another really big thing that I want to talk about with creating content is you can't just start creating content and let's say you post one video and then you think that the job is done and then you don't show up for a month, because that is not going to help you convert, because now we're having problems with inconsistency. So not only is the creating the content part very, very important, but also being consistent with creating your content, that is a very big factor as well. So I'm not even going to talk about the quality of content because I feel that that's a whole nother episode for another day. But I want you to start practicing creating videos. You don't even have to do the full thing. I want you to get used to what it looks like for you to create video. One thing that I would love for you to do as well, because we have lives, we have our Facebook, Instagram lives, we have short form content, we also have long form content. The reels, yes, it is easy for you to create reels, and yes, you can generate a lot of leads from reels, but don't think that just because you're starting to create reels that's the only type of content that you're going to need to create in order for you to convert clients. So I'm planning on creating an offer that is going to help you master content creation. That's something that I'm working on the back end right now, because there's so many different dynamics that is required for you to get a better understanding of when you are trying to use content creation to grow your business. So if that is something that you're interested in, if you're watching this on YouTube, shameless plug, this podcast has a YouTube channel. So if you like watching podcast episodes, hop over on YouTube and search up the First Year Business Podcast. It's probably also linked in the show notes as well. So make sure you subscribe to that so that way you can watch this as well. But we're going to get you together. We're going to get you together. I'm going to be creating this offer for you guys as soon as I do the logistics behind the scenes and figure out what it is, what all I want to talk about in reference to this. Then I will give you guys the information. But that's all I have for you guys today. Stop thinking that creating content is an option in your business, and it's time for you to start. Like, rip the Band-Aid off and get your content created. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.